Hi, I'm Sir Dash Masong. Welcome to my college entrance test review, Chemistry Part 5. Let's start. Chemistry 36, Oxidation Reduction, Redox. In the chemical reaction, zinc solid plus copper sulfate aqueous yields zinc sulfate aqueous plus copper solid. Which substance is oxidized? A. Copper, B. Zinc, C. Sulfate, D. Oxygen. Again, in the chemical reaction, zinc solid plus copper sulfate aqueous yields zinc sulfate aqueous plus copper solid. Which substance is oxidized? A. Copper, B. Zinc, C. Sulfate, or D. Oxygen? Pause this video and try to answer it. Go! Alright, the correct answer is letter B, zinc. I-recall natin yung oxidation reduction. Yung oxidation, that is simply defined as the loss of electrons. If we will analyze yung reaction natin, look at the half reaction. Yung zinc, it loses 2 electrons from the reaction. Ang tawag doon ay oxidation. Meanwhile, look at the copper naman. It gains those electrons. Ang tawag naman doon ay reduction. So in this classic single displacement reaction, yung solid zinc starts with an oxidation number of 0 and becomes zinc 2+, meaning it lost 2 electrons. Since zinc lost electrons, it was oxidized and acts as the reducing agent. Bakit mali si A, C, and D? A. Copper. Mali to kasi look at the reaction. The copper goes from copper 2+ in copper sulfate to solid copper 0. So this is a gain of electrons. So reduction yung tawag, not oxidation. Next, letter C, yung sulfate ion. So SO4 2-. This is a spectator ion. So it does not change its charge or participate in the electron transfer. It just floats around in the solution. Yung letter D naman, oxygen. If we will analyze the reaction, wala naman oxygen gas in the reaction. Hence, oxygen is not a reactant here, so it cannot be oxidized. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Chemistry 37, Solutions, Dilution. A student has 50 ml of a 2.0 molar sodium chloride NaCl solution. If they add enough water to make the total volume 250 ml, what will be the new concentration of the solution? A. 0.4 molar, B. 2 molar, C. 10.0 molar, or D. 0.8 molar. Again, a student has 50 ml of a 2.0 molar sodium chloride NaCl solution. If they add enough water to make the total volume 250 ml, what will be the new concentration of the solution? A. 0.4 molar, B. 2.0 molar, C. 10.0 molar, or D. 0.8 molar. Pause this video and try to solve it on your own. Go! Alright, the correct answer is letter A, 0.4 molar. Sir, paano nga ba ulit ginagawa ito? O, i-recall natin. Yung dilution, it's the process of decreasing a solution concentration by adding more solvent or water in this case. Look at the K formula. I hope naalala nyo pa. M1V1 equals M2V2, where M yung molarity at saka yung V yung volume. Now, because of the number of moles of solute stays exactly the same. That's the concept. If we will try to plug in yung given natin dun sa formula, M1V1 equals M2V2, that would be 2M times 50 ml equals M2 times 250 ml. So, maka-cancel yung ml. Solving for M2, we will have 100 over 250 or simply 0.4 molar. So, anong sinasabi nito? Adding more water spreads the salt out over a larger space, making it less concentrated. So, the answer is letter A. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Chemistry 38, Nuclear Chemistry, Alpha Decay. When uranium-238 undergoes alpha decay, what is the resulting daughter nucleus? An alpha particle is a helium nucleus. A. Uranium-234, B. Protactinium-234, C. Thorium-238, or D. Thorium-234. Again, When uranium-238 undergoes alpha decay, what is the resulting daughter nucleus? An alpha particle is a helium nucleus. A. Uranium-234, B. Protactinium-234, C. Thorium-238, or D. Thorium-234. Go! Pause this video and try to answer it. Alright, the correct answer is letter D, Thorium-234. Minsan sa mga entrance exam, hindi binibigay itong statement na an alpha particle is a helium nucleus or identical to a helium-4 nucleus. So, I suggest na ilagay nyo sa memory nyo to na alpha particle is similar or identical to a helium-4 nucleus. Ibig sabihin, yung mass number niya ay 4, atomic number ay 2. Okay, let's discuss. Ano nga ba ulit sa reduction alpha decay? Yung alpha decay is a type of nuclear radiation where an unstable nucleus kagaya nitong uranium-238 emits an alpha particle which is composed nga ng 2 protons and 2 neutrons. So yung identical ito sa isang helium-4 nucleus kasi ang helium-4 ay meron kang atomic number na 2 which is yung number ng protons and atomic mass or mass number na 4 protons plus neutrons. So ano ba yung nangyayari? When this particle is released, yung original atom's mass number decreases by 4. Yung atomic number niya naman, or yung number ng protons, decreases by 2. So dito, if we will analyze the reaction, for uranium-238, ang mass number niya ay 238. Ang atomic number niya ay 92. So isosubtract mo yung alpha particle na mass number 4, atomic number 2. So 238 minus 4, 234, and atomic number 92 minus 2, 90. So you will have a daughter nucleus with mass 234 and atomic number 90. And yung element na may atomic number 90 is thorium. So the answer is letter D. Okay, bakit mali yung A, B, C? Kasi yung uranium-234 would mean the atomic number did not change, is still 92. So it does not happen in alpha decay because the loss of 2 protons changes the element entirely. B. Protactinium has atomic number 91. So, mali na agad to, no? It would mean the atomic number only decreased by 1. Kaya, maling-mali talaga to. Next. Yung thorium-238 naman would mean the mass number stayed the same, 238 pa rin. And alpha particle carries away 4 mass units nga, di ba? So, the mass must decrease by 4. Kaya, magiging 238 to 234. So, the correct answer is letter D. Thorium-234. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Chemistry 39. Thermochemistry. Specific heat. How much heat energy in joules is required to raise the temperature of 100 grams of water from 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius? The specific heat of water is 4.18 joule per gram degree Celsius. A. 418 joules. B. 4,180 joules, C. 41,800 joules, or D. 418,000 joules. Again, how much heat energy in joules is required to raise the temperature of 100 grams of water from 20 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius? The specific heat of water is 4.18 joule per gram degree Celsius. A. 418 joules. B. 4,180 joules, C. 41,800 joules, or D. 418,000 joules. Pause this video and try to answer it on your own. Go! Alright, the correct answer is letter B. 4,180 joules. Sir Dash, paano to isolve? Wala naman kaming calculator. Okay lang po, kaya tong isolve kasi hindi naman ganun ka-complicated yung values. No? So we will see. Now, recall muna natin ano nga ba ulit yung specific heat. Specific heat ay yung amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. So, yung formula doon is simple lang, no? Yung Q equals mc delta T. Yung Q, yung amount of heat, yung M, yung mass in grams sa problem na to, yung C naman, yung specific heat, ito in joule per gram degree Celsius, at yung delta T ay yung change in temperature. So dito, from 20 to 30, so you have a 10 degree Celsius or 10 Celsius degree change in temperature. Alright, let's now solve. We can simply plug in the value. Q equals mc delta T. Okay, tignan natin yan. So that would be Q equals 100 grams times 4.18 joule per gram degree Celsius. So makakancel yan mamaya times 10 degrees Celsius or Celsius degree. So magiging 4,180 joules. Okay, take note lang. Sa ibang book, strict sila dito. Yung change in temperature, acceptable naman yung degree Celsius. Pero if you want to be strict, that is Celsius degree kung change in temperature na. So, pero both are accepted naman. Na? So, anong sinasabi nito, Sir Dash? Yung water, it has a very high specific heat. Meaning, it requires a lot of energy to warm up. Kagaya nito, from 20, gagawin mo 30 degrees Celsius, so 100 grams of water, it takes 4,180 joules. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Chemistry 40. Quantum numbers, electron configuration. Which set of quantum numbers is valid for an electron in a 2p orbital? A. N equals 1, L equals 1, M sub L equals 0, M sub S equals plus 1/2. B. N equals 2, L equals 2, M sub L equals 0, M sub S equals negative 1/2. C. N equals 2, L equals 1, M sub L equals 0, M sub S equals plus 1/2. Or D. N equals 3, L equals 1, M sub L equals 2, and M sub S equals plus 1/2. Again, which set of quantum numbers is valid for an electron in a 2p orbital? Choose the letter of the best answer. A, B, C, or D. Pause this video and try to answer it on your own. Go! Alright, the correct answer is letter C. N equals 2, L equals 1, M sub L equals 0, and M sub S equals plus 1/2. So, Dash, nalimot na yung quantum numbers. Ano nga ba yung quantum numbers? O, i-recall natin. Yung quantum numbers, para siyang address ng electron in an atom. Yung principal quantum number, yung N, ay yung energy level. Yung angular momentum quantum number, yung L, it describes naman yung shape ng orbital. So, ano nga ba yun? 0 for S, 1 for P, 2 for D. For a 2p orbital, if we will try to analyze, N must be 2 and L must be 1 because p orbitals have L equals 1. So yung magnetic quantum number naman, M sub L, it describes the orientation in space at nagre-range yun from negative 1 to 1. So for L equals 1, M sub L can be negative 1, 0, or plus 1. Now, look at the choices. Yung letter C is the only valid configuration or quantum number for this na N equals 2, L equals 1, M sub L equals 0, and M sub S is plus 1/2. Sir, ano naman yung M sub S? Yung M sub S naman yung spin quantum number. So pag spin up, plus 1/2, pag spin down, minus 1/2. So the correct answer is letter C. That's it. See you sa next session. God bless. Hashtag, sana makatulong. If you want a free digital copy of this reviewer, pinamimigay ko po ng libre. How? Just comment on this video, free reviewer, and I will send you the link. For more reviewers, please feel free to visit my social media account, Sir Dash Academy. Available sa YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. I suggest punta ka sa YouTube. Hanapin mo yung playlist. Again, sa playlist, gumawa po ako doon ng album that contains lahat ng reviewers for the college entrance test. Hanapin mo lang doon sa may playlist. And then for certain subjects naman, for example, you need further review sa math, or physics, or biology, or general science, or English, hanapin mo lang yung playlist for that specific subject area. You can review again and again. Okay? Hashtag, sana makatulong. See you sa next session. God bless!